Y chi lo salte è un porco Juventino. La 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 la. Here we go.
Again.
We're here. We
Again.
made it. Again. Yeah. So welcome to the Curva number 2. Literally number 2 tonight, because we started this episode earlier ago and we had some technical difficulties. So we're starting this from scratch again.
Technical difficulties, yeah.
This is what happened.
Amateur hour. This is why we're newbies, right? But anyway, we figured out the issue, so we're good.
We are amateurs, but this is what we love. What's up, GC? Talk to me, man. How you doing?
Well, yeah, I'm doing okay. All things considered, as I said earlier, just a little frustrated by the way we've been playing recently, and and obviously the result today, even though we went through, wasn't the greatest. So could be better.
It was a shit show. I mean, what can I say? It was a true shit show. It's a tough game to watch. I was watching it between this and having meetings at work. It was quite difficult, but you know what? We survived. We went through, and the game even had a casualty. We don't have Pepe tonight. Pepe's working, and really wanted to be at Pepe, because what I did tonight was I asked everybody to put this game in a sentence. My sentence was Sanremo. I think everybody's thinking about Sanremo with Ibra. That's me. That's what I'm thinking. But then Beppe says it was a pitiful game, which I agree. But then Giancarlo comes and throws his bomb and says, no, it was strategic.
As I said earlier, I was just really kind of just trying to bust chops on the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, of course.
I was just trying to put a positive spin on it, just to be the contrast from Pepe, right? Saying that Milan was strategic because we didn't want to get anybody injured and we didn't want to play too hard, and we knew we only needed a tie to go through. So.
Do you imagine those guys went like that? Do you imagine if it actually was true? I don't believe it, but imagine it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It wasn't true. I mean, they definitely. All right, if we would have beaten Inter and we wouldn't have lost to Spezia, then. Yeah. I would have probably say maybe, right? That they probably are trying to be careful, because at the end of the day, they really are worried about the league more than Europa League. So it could be that that's what the case was. But no, not after the debacle on Sunday, and obviously not after tonight and watching them play. And it just wasn't good.
But we're looking at the Chronicles. This is why we called this episode the Chronicles of Europa League, because it seems to be like this competition. It's either kryptonite to the team, or we just don't give an F about it.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I kind of want to reflect, because, okay, we had the attitude today. We did very well in the group stages. Okay, we got lucky that we had a red star today, and then I want to say lucky because they're not good. They were not good. They really fought, but they were not good technically. 2 red cards in 2 games. Okay, yeah, die. But imagine if we've had Arsenal again, like it happened a few years ago when we were. I remember Manuel, one of our friends, was there. And we had that experience. What would have happened? We would have gotten clobbered. Although Arsenal is kind of okay right now. I don't know, man. I mean, it just makes me question the mentality of the team as an institution. Okay, not so much because I think this translates into the pitch in any organization. Of approaching this competition with all seriousness and say we are going to win it, and we're here, we're going to invest in it. To me, that this seems to be just another another crown into the rotation.
Yeah, so I think that the mentality is off, no matter if it's the Europa League or if it's Serie A. Oh, yeah. So I think we can't just say like, oh, they're probably they're not playing too hard because it's the Europa League and they're not taking it too seriously. I think at this point, that's not the case. And at this point now we're going into the next round. So, you hope they're taking it seriously. It seems like, even though today wasn't the best result, that, in the group phase, we did take it seriously. We were playing, well, and we won the group, right? So,
even we got spanked by Lille. Okay,
yeah,
it was like a wake up, right? I mean, I remember watching that game and we all said it.
I
Yeah,
feel
this
like
is good.
we've had a few games that we've said are wake up,
Yeah,
and especially in the last couple of weeks, but we haven't really woken up, right?
right.
Again,
I don't think so, and that's what makes me question: where is the mentality of the team today? Where are
well,
their priorities? I don't know, man. I don't
it's
know.
very confusing, Oscar. I agree. It's a little confusing. I can't pinpoint it. I think I said to you earlier, you know, Ibra and Pioli, when, obviously Pioli came in with his positive, energy and, always being great with young players. He brought that to the table on this very young team. Ibra brings, that dynamic of like, I've been there, done that. You got to listen to me. So it was a good counterbalance. And I think that's why we did so well for a long and extended period of time. But I think now, and, we had a couple of little instances last year where we had some bad games, but we bounced back. Now we're not bouncing back, and I really hope that this is not something that's prolonged. I hope it's just a little bit of a slump. I think it happens, sometimes after playing
Yeah,
for extended periods of time. People are exhausted.
but
These
but
guys are
it's
these guys are young
crazy.
too. These
Yeah,
guys are young
young. I
too.
mean, the word exhaustion on a 20-year-old or a 23-year-old, it's almost like I can't believe it, right?
I know, but it does take a toll because they're not used to, playing, let's say, all these days, a couple of days a week and twice a week or whatever it is, right, with the Europa League. And I'm not making excuses, but it happens sometimes. I think it's just also the timing of the year. Could be the winter blues, man. I hope it's the winter blues.
I mean, I hope so too. I mean, I want to be positive, but I do think, then you have people like Beppe, like the Beppe is coming in me. No, that's not the excuse because you know why we were missing players, we're winning Minkia, and there's no way that we're losing just because there's something wrong with these guys. They don't have the spirit, they don't feel the shirt, which could be, and I don't know. I
The
mean,
shirt. I mean, they respected the shirt and they played for the shirt a couple months ago. I mean, it's hard to say that all of a sudden it just changed. I mean, you brought in a couple of new players. I mean, that could have upset the balance of the team a bit. I mean, if you think about it, we haven't really been playing well since we got some of the new signings. So that could have just thrown things off. Not that those guys are problems in the locker room, but
yeah.
it could be that now Pioli's got to show show if he really is Padre Pioli, how to be able to balance this now with new players and how to overcome this hump.
So to me, the new players, I know we've been talking about gluing the new players. We got new players, they have to adjust. I'm sorry, but Dalot is not gluing to me.
Oh, I'm not a fan of his.
Mate, I think it was if it was a Gianpaolo reject, I mean, I don't understand. I
I
mean,
didn't,
just
I
think
didn't,
of
I didn't
Gianpaolo, okay?
oh,
Just to think of Gianpaolo.
don't even say that name.
Uh,
What are you doing? Why?
I mean, come
Oh,
on, man. If you think
actually,
of that guy, you think of disgrace, right? Like it's just like, come on, man.
I still
What
remember
were?
Saki saying he was going to be the next
Oh,
best Italian coach.
oh
Anyway,
my goodness. Okay, well
leaves
that's
that's a trip down a very bad memory lane. Please, let's not go there. I mean, we can't say Pioli's been great, so let's hope it continues.
el padre continúa, el padre Pio, por favor. So that's the way, man. We're gonna do fine there, but I don't know, man. Like I said, but even if we're bringing these young kids, I mean, are we making the right investment or the right risk management? I want to say because this is how Elliot I think is running the team. And you and me are in corporate America, and we know how this is. I feel they're trying to run it this way. Well, let's see what's going to be profitable. Well, let's risk these players going to Europa and we don't care. I mean, it's fine. And it's fine. And then our friend Pachi was saying today on his message, you buy cheap, you expect cheap. This is what you're going to get. But if you buy young and try to be strategic, you're going to expect injuries. And it made me reflect a lot on that today. Going back and say, well, is Europa League our thing or not? And we talked about it in the last episode.
I mean, I think it is. I mean, I think we're going to the next round, so let's just. I mean, let's just take that as a positive step forward. We still made it through after some struggles. We're still in second place. I know Pepe afterwards said that, this and that happens, and then all of a sudden we're in fourth. Yeah, I get that. But, I mean, that could be said at any time in the year unless you're really, really far ahead, right? So I think that, all things considered, we still have to remain positive. I think that we haven't won anything to say Pioli, we have to trust him. But, I mean, I think we won enough last year, and, I think that the team is just hitting a little bit of a bad period, and you just hope that they can overcome it. Where my fear is so I have a fear of two players, though, and I'll tell you who they are, where I don't know if this is going to be something they're going to be able to overcome, right? Romagnoli and Çalhanoğlu, right?
El Turco.
Yeah, we talked about Çalhanoğlu the last podcast or video that we filmed, and he's the type of guy that once he gets inside his own head, I mean, it's hard for him to get out of that rut, right? He got himself into a rut when he first got here, and finally last year he was able to overcome it. So I just hope that after the way he played the last couple of weeks, I just haven't really been impressed, and it kind of reminds me of the old Chala. And then Romagnoli, I don't know if he's thinking about like the issue with the contract and Raiola, his agent, talking a lot and stuff in his fat face.
I mentioned Gianpaolo, you mentioned Mino.
Oh.
Hey, by the way, somebody appeared out of nowhere. I got this message.
There he is.
Ragazzi. I wonder, he just sent this message. I'm wondering if he's just sitting underneath a concrete table or a high school restroom in somewhere in Queens, just saying, "Hey, I'm alive, guys. I'm alive."
What's up, Pepe? We miss you. We had some technical difficulties, so you may be able to still make it if you're on your way home.
Pepe, this is a miseria without you, man. It is.
Oh, really thank you. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Jesus Christ!
No, because I need the banter. I need the banter. I need the banter. I need the going at each other and all this stuff. Especially Pepe likes to bust my chops too all the time. So, but yeah, no, you mentioned something important, and I think it's the stability of the players right now, all looking for more money. I mean, again, we're at an economy. We're in COVID years. I look at the economies. I want to throw this. I don't think a lot of these teams in Europe have any cash right now, and if they have, it's limited. It's right there for what it's needed. Except the big, Parises and all the clubs.
No, but I mean, but Elliot has deep pockets. But we know how they're treating Milan as an investment that they want to obviously flip at some point. So they don't want to spend too much, but they want to generate enough profit, obviously, for it to be something that when they do sell us, it'll be very, very succeuccessful for them.
Hey, they did good. They bought the building at AC Milan.
I saw that. Was it 40 million or 60 million?
40 million euros. I think that's what I read. Extra official. If anybody go and check, everybody's watching, go and check. But I'm pretty sure it was 40.
That's great.
That's a great investment. I mean, real estate.
Elliot's smart, and they may even hold on to that after they sell Milan. You know what I mean? They may be strategic in that sense. But back to the contract situation, like with Romagnoli, I think that he's not getting that bigger contract that he's been, not necessarily that he's asking for, but his agent's asking for. And it's because, he has these struggles. He hasn't been able to overcome that hump. He's been good and then there's days and there's times where he's not good. And you could see he gets into his own head. Yeah. One thing about him, though, he did help us when Gattuso was the coach. If you remember, a couple of times he scored those spectacular late-minute goals, and even last year, I think he had a one or two, good moments on the offensive side that really helped us out. But we need him to be that leader. We need him to be that presence in the middle. And today, you saw what happened today, man. He hesitated. He was lethargic.
All the time. I mean, I've started to see this over recently. I don't know, was it COVID or I don't know, man. But I mean, I remember this last games where he was just on fire. He would just take shots and score goals. I'm like, this was like the Chala that Mirabelli had signed originally, right? The magic trequartista. But I hope he's gonna get back. I'm being now the optimist me. Like, okay, let's see where we bounce back. Of course, we're gonna have a post Roma debriefing here, and hopefully it'll be a more positive one. But again, I remember the Çalhanoğlu that played in this Europa League against Arsenal and scored that goal, and it was a tough one. I mean, that was, I don't know. I just saw that team. Although that team was struggling just to get it, they were trying. Today's team, I didn't see him trying anything. They were just chasing the ball and letting Stankovic's teams just come back, which I also thought it was sort of kryptonite. I made a joke on my pre-recording. It's like, what is this? Are we really looking at this guy? Like, I don't know. It's just stuff that comes to your mind, right? But
I hate that. I hate that name, Stankovic. I hate him as a coach. I hate him as a player.
do you see how he looks? Do you see how he
Yeah, he
looks?
looks like he eats. He looks like he eats mortadella sandwiches every day.
Yeah.
He is so. I mean, listen, I'm not the skinniest guy in the world, but this guy's bloated, man. Like sodium face. Like like he's just eating a little bit too much prosciutto mortadella over there in Belgrade.
I'm gonna pop up the picture of
Yeah,
what I
you
see.
said he looks like a gangster, right? Like a
Yeah,
Balkan gangster.
yeah, no, I'm gonna pop the screen right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly who he looks like. Wait a second, I
You
think it's
said it.
a
Yeah, I forgot who you said.
yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Here he goes. Marco. There we go. Let me see. Here it is. Boom. Marco from Tropoia.
Who's
Everybody,
that?
you never
From where?
watched Taken, dude? You never watched Taken, the
No.
movie from Liam
Oh yeah,
Neeson?
I did. I did. Yes, yes, that's right.
Good luck.
Jesus,
Good luck.
that's the guy that says. Actually, I don't remember the guy's name.
Look
Jesus,
at
you have
this
a
guy.
heck of a memory.
Dude, look at this. Marco
Uh,
from Tropoia, man.
I think he looks like a faccia di minchia. He doesn't look like that.
That's what I
I don't know
mean.
about that. Hey, he looks like a faccia di minchia to me. I'm sorry.
Well, Interista as always, but
Please.
dude, yeah, no, it's tough. But hey, talking about positive things, Gijo's birthday is today. Happy birthday, auguri Gigio.
Buon
And
compleanno, Gigio.
buon
Yeah.
compleanno, Gigio. Un grande abbraccio per te.
I like
Dude,
what
we're
our
sending,
buddies. I like what our buddies at obviously we're part of AC Milan and NYC too, but
yeah,
I like the post today. It was a subliminal message to Gigio to resign, right? To not
yeah.
wish him happy birthday, and let's hope that we could be able to celebrate many more birthdays with him as
Oh
as
man.
our leader.
So, do you think we're gonna get that renewal? What do you think? Like,
I think so. I think that
we have
yes,
to. Did you see the stops that he did today? It was amazing.
he's amazing, and it's not even that. I just think that he loves the shirt, and I think that with Raiola, you never know, but I think that at the end of the day, Raiola is just being a tough businessman and a jerk in a sense, but that's what he's paid to do, and he's paid to get his players the most amount of money, and like it or not, that's the job, and I think that he'll at the end of the day resign, and but he's gonna play the game and. Listen, that's just business. That's the nature of the beast now with soccer and calcio contracts.
That is the nature of a beast, man. I do think so. We have to renew him. That's our player. That's our guy. He needs to stay
Without a
there.
doubt, without a doubt.
Capitano moving forward. I
I mean, we'll
mean,
we'll make Antonio the vice president of AC Milan if he wants. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever it takes, right?
I
Whatever
will.
it takes.
I will never forget just Mirabelli going the day they're doing the contract, and I think it was either Gigi or Antonio, and Mirabelli went like
Yeah.
this
And
so
you could hear
hard,
it.
like
I know you could hear it with
it's like
that big freaking thumb that he had.
okay. So
That penis thumb that Mirabelli had. Remember the penis thumb?
I will find
For
the
the
Mirabelli picture that we have that it's like bright and elongated.
right there, right there.
Oh God, man! I mean, I love our thing. So, dude, like going back into Europa League, what do you remember of Milano in UEFA Cup? What it was at UEFA Cup? Do you remember them competing there in your younger ages?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, for me, it was always such a focus on the Champions Cup, which
Right.
eventually became the Champions League, and of course, I have memories of the UEFA Cup, but I mean, I think for me and any AC Milan fan, you ask them, all we always have cared about is the Champions League, is the Champions Cup,
Yeah.
it was known as before. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Juventini, Parma fans,
Exactly.
those are the guys that worried about the UEFA Cup, especially
And
Parma,
the
right? But
Parma and the Recup. I remember the Recup Cup
and
Winners'
then
Cup.
the Coppa delle
Actually,
Coppe in
la
Italian.
Recopa, yeah.
No,
But
for us, it's always been about the Champions League. That's why for me, like, if we finish in third, fourth, it's not disappointing. It's getting back to the Champions League where we
yeah.
belong.
Yeah, because like you said, the memories that I had is all from like Parma, even Fiorentina, playing Lazio was playing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was when I was a child. That's what you would see at the UEFA Cup all the time. And now that how UEFA has kind of put more investment in trying to grow in that, it's like I don't know. To me, it just seems to me like another cup with more. The fact you play on Thursdays, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know. Milan is not built for that. Like our team is not built for that. Milan is playing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and that's it. That's our DNA.
I get why they're doing it with right. It makes a lot of sense, and I think that they're trying to brand it into something that's a big deal. And I think we would all admit and agree that if AC Milan wins the Europa League, we'll be ecstatic. We'll be very
Yeah,
happy. We haven't had a trophy since what is it that the when Montella? What trophy was that?
Supercopa
That's
against
it. Sorry, I
Juventus.
drew a blank, but it's against
Okay.
Juventus. So it was even
Yeah,
more sweet because we beat Juve, right? So we haven't had something since then. That's a long time. That's what 3-4 years now,
it's like
right?
4 years. Yeah,
So I think that if we win the Europa League, yes, we'll be very happy. But if we don't, okay, disappointed, yes, but not the same type of disappointment if we didn't win the Champions League if we were
yeah,
that good. Where I will be disappointed this year, and this is why I'm being honest when I say this, I think that if we finish third or fourth, I'll be very happy. And I know that we'll go to the CL, right? We'll go in the Champions League. If we fall below fourth place, that's when the season becomes an utter disappointment. And
I
that's
agree.
when I'll be very, very disappointed and not happy. And I'll be like a Pip and angry and fire this guy. We need changes, this and that. But if we stay third, fourth, or obviously even better second, I don't think we're going to win the Scudetto. I don't think we
Yeah.
have the engines for it. It allows us not only to go to the CL, but now that money comes in, and I know Elliot has deep pockets, but now Elliot wants money to come in first so they can reinvest, but using the
It's the
money that Milan
sex
has.
appeal. It's the
Yeah,
sex appeal of the
yeah,
Champions League.
of
Oh, I get
course.
to look at Musacchio. I mean, come on, you tell me he goes to Lazio. Of course, he got completely torched by Bayern Munich left and right. Unfortunately, he got injured. I hope Hermano get better because if you ever watch this, I don't want you to be injured. But you go out there, you go play with Champions League. I mean, it's the appeal, even if it's even if it's at fourth place, right? I mean, it's normal. But dude, we need to bring the cash in. I mean, I think like a business person like you do, I do
Yeah,
bring that revenue is important for us, so we can
it's
invest in
important
it.
for us. It's important for our owners to know that
Yeah.
okay, now we've been successful, in getting them to the CL. That was our goal, and now they'll take the money that we're going to get from the CL, reinvest it into the team. You hope, and maybe even now, since we qualify for the CL, maybe this is in this summer. If we do qualify, that's when they'll sell us. You know,
That is gonna, you know what? It's gonna feel so weird, but so good. Dude, I was in grad school the last time I saw him in the Champions League. I mean, it was
Jesus,
when, yeah, it was
Seedorf,
that, it was, so that Seedorf and
Seedorf, Seedorf was the coach.
I mean, it was really wow. Okay, now going back into this, and it's I don't know. I feel like it's a dream all over again, but it's a process, like everything. And we always claim for change in those years because then Silvio Vendi, we were not happy, and then having those lunches at Janino. But again, we can go in further episodes for this.
So
But
much.
yeah, so much going on, man. But this is why I wanted to bring Chronicles, things that I remember, things that you remember. So I the only thing I sort of remember also from the UEFA Cup, but this was, man, was it 2005? Okay, now more modern ages. I remember that Alaves from Spain and Liverpool, though completely separate, but they went onto like a match that ended up 5-4 or something
I,
after
I
120 minutes.
I remember that. Yeah, I do
I
remember that.
mean, and this is what this cup brings you. I think it's all about resistance, and our team is not built for resistance. This is kind of what I want to bring with this. I think we're not yet, okay, built for resistance. So yeah, it's just kind of reflection, some sort of reflection, at least on my heart, what I feel. Dude, one more thing today. Actually, since we're going kind of like on a birthday, it's actually the ninth birthday of this shit show.
Segunda equivocación de Leonardo Bonucci en el desvío, 1-0.
Oh,
Impresionante cómo le pega a Nocherino. Qué temporada la que está teniendo el mediocampista rosonero. Al 25, la controversia, la polémica. Remate de
¡No,
cabeza en
era gol de
exceso,
Montari!
Montari. El árbitro dice que no hay gol. ¿Cómo que no hay gol?
9 years of this.
¿Cómo que no hay gol?
¿Cómo que no hay gol?
That was
¿Cómo que
funny.
no hay gol?
That was very funny by the announcer.
Look at
Y el
this.
asistente, muy bien, gracias. Y el video, muy bien, gracias.
Rizzoli.
Al 92. Remate
God, I
de
remember
Silva,
where I
le va a
was
quedar
for that
a
game,
Marc
too.
Van Bommel, que le pega su rasante, se
like-
estira.
It was like
Buffon. Avisaba de
Oh
nuevo
my
el
God.
equipo.
Van Bommel.
All right.
I love Marco.
I love Marco. I miss that. Anyhow, I wanted to show that night. Where were you?
Why would you ruin my night?
I don't want to ruin your night. I want to bring this out. I want to bring the truth out.
Where was I? I was in Totowa, New Jersey. Before we were AC Milan NYC, we were AC Milan Club of New York and New Jersey. We had a clubhouse, and it's still there because we've split from the New Jersey club. They stayed by themselves. In New Jersey, we ventured off, as you know, into
I never
Legends.
heard of him. And I lived in New Jersey, and I never heard of him.
Yep. We were together at one point. And anyway, we left. We split on good terms. But anyway, they have a clubhouse in Totowa, New Jersey, and we watched it there with. It was actually a big group of people, mostly older Italian Milan fans, and then us. And I'll just never forget the expletives that were shouted at Juventus after that. I mean, we were furious. It was ridiculous. I mean, and the worst part, not the worst part, but to me, this is where that was really one of the days, one of the performances where I lost total respect for Buffon. Because before that, I always kind of, even though he was on Juventus, I won't say that I really liked him, but obviously when he played for the national team, I did. So that's where I had a level of respect for him because he acted like he was this really, solid citizen. Yeah, Italian Frankenstein. I know we've joked about his voice and that deepness, and kind of sounds like a Frankenstein, and even looks like one too.
Io sono il Frankenstein italiano. Oh, now I lost you. Now we got the excitement.
Too much with my head.
No.
High character individual. He came off like a high character individual, right? And
right.
Then he. I mean, I know that you're playing for the team, the opposing team, and you're going to try to sell it. But come on, how are you going to sell that? I mean that, and he was like trying to get the referee to make sure that they kept it. And listen, people are like, well, if you were him, you would have done the same thing. Honestly, no, I wouldn't have. And I know that's like a bunch of BS, but I was halfway into the net, and I've always acted like I'm this righteous individual who is like really respected and like high character, and I'm gonna try to pretend that half my freaking body is in the net, and I'm gonna say that it was a goal. He should be to this day. That was the moment that really kind of changed my view on Buffon forever.
I was with some friends, and actually with my cousin too. And my cousin's a big Juventino fan, and he was like, "No, that was not a goal." I'm like, "Come on, man, come on." Until today, we talk about it. I was fucking pissed off.
And until you got to show him that clip. Show him that clip from the Mexican announcer there. ¿Cómo que no hay gol? ¿Cómo que no hay gol?
Okay, my God, he said. So, dude, I mean, it's horrible. I mean, and even till today, he says, "Well, you keep crying about that." Well, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna continue complaining about this because it's costed us a championship. For God's sake,
did you say that was 9 years ago?
9 years ago.
Holy smokes, man! That's
dude, we're getting old. We are getting old.
Speak for yourself.
So.
Man. I'm just joking.
Come on. I know.
I'm older than you, actually. I'm older than you, actually.
I know you are. But how old? By how old? Like what? 4 years, 3 years?
I'm gonna be like Juventus. I'm gonna pretend I'm another age. I'm gonna pretend. Well, actually, no. That if I'm Juventus, then I'm gonna add 2 years to my life. So then that's actually the wrong thing to say.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep adding.
What is it? 2? What do they add? They add 2 or 3? I can't remember.
I think they had 2.
It's so embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, like, if I was a Juventino, that would be something that maybe on the DL I'd be embarrassed about. That, and obviously the fact that and American fans will understand what I'm saying. They're the Buffalo Bills of soccer calcio, right?
Yeah,
because they keep going to the final of the Champions League, or a final, and they keep losing. What is it? They've been in the Champions League final 7 times and lost 7 times, right? But only won twice. Wait, no. So yeah, I think it's something like that. They have 7 Champions League losses in the finals. I think 6 or 7.
and they just keep losing. So I mean, and it probably is gonna stay like that. Although I told my cousin, "Hey, you guys got a shot. Wait a second, you guys lost against Porto, Madai, Madai." So and I'm like, "Come on, man, I'm not gonna start." Anyways, anybody who's watching this,
There is two people right now. I mean, I forgot that you were actually live.
yeah, we're live, but this is recorded. Whoever wants to watch it live, we'll get to a live and invite everybody at the same time. Again, this is always gonna come. Follow us on
Wait. I want to
Instagram.
give a shout out to he was
Yeah.
watching earlier when we got the technical difficulties. What was his name?
Sebastian Giordano, which I'm actually gonna put
I
his
don't know.
comment in here.
Oh, put it in, man.
Yeah, he says we went cheap. Yeah, because we were talking cheap. He says we went cheap, but all these younger guys that will have all the potential to do well. This is the right to do thing. We needed support. Absolutely.
So what do you mean? So let me ask you a question with that comment. That was a good comment by Sebastiano. Do you think that is he saying that we went cheap for the January transfer window? We should have brought in some veterans instead of bringing in these these younger guys in January.
I think it's a January question. That's what I weigh.
But I mean, Mandzukic is not young. I mean, we brought him in. I mean, I know he
free.
hasn't really played, but
Yeah, we brought him in for free. We didn't invest in somebody who has actually been running around like like I don't want to say Modric, but somebody like that, right? So there he is.
Seba.
So yeah.
What do you? I just mentioned Mandzukic, and I wanted to ask you, right? Because I think we joked about this last video, and I can't even believe I'm going to ask this question because I don't want to jinx anything. Pepe would probably kill me. Do you think Mandzukic is going to be the next Higuain?
Oh God.
Hey man, it's actually a legitimate question.
Oh, the next Higuain at Milan, you mean, right?
Of course,
yeah?
Of course.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, this season maybe. Next season, if he's with us, I don't know.
You think we would keep him another season? I mean, how old is he?
Well, he was 33, 34. It's not old, but his clause, I think it is, if we qualify to Champions League, he stays for the year.
He does. Okay, I wasn't sure of the clause. Hey, I didn't look at the contract.
So I think that was the clause. I think he needs time to build. He needs to get into those Crotone games, the Spezias, all the little games, and he has to start those games. In my opinion, or play at least an hour and go and be, because he's a fighter, man. Whenever, and again, I'm not defending his Juve days or anything like that, but dude, that guy was.
I want him at that Juve day level. I want him at that level. I mean, I hope he can get there. I'm just scared that, for me, I'm a little superstitious. Maybe because I'm from southern Italy originally, as Sicilians, we're very superstitious people, and we had Bonucci, we had what's his name, Caldara, we had Higuain. The Juventus players, man, when they come here, right? I don't know, especially the last few years. I know Mandzukic didn't come directly, from Juve. He came from, the Middle East, but I'm just scared, that there's this jinx with Juventus players, coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I think so, but I do think we do need to sign up a 9, like a Belotti, for example, which I don't know.
Sebastian, yeah, Sebastian just said that.
Look at that. Yeah, I just read that. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put the comment in here. However, the depends cities Belotti. It will depend, honestly, Sebastian. In my opinion, it will depend on Cairo. Because that guy he just doesn't make.
He's never gonna get the money that he wanted a couple of years ago for Belotti. So I mean,
he went 100 million.
Yeah, I mean, something ridiculous, 90 to 100 million.
Same like with Milinkovic, Savic. No, we're gonna sell. Lotito was saying, "Yeah, it's 100 million." I'm like, come on, like you're kidding me, man. You're kidding me. So yeah, I mean, I think he has the potential this season. At least I want to see him score a few goals. To me, that would make me. That would make me as a fan, like, dude, you did what you were supposed to come here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us had expectations that he was going to be, capocannoniere of the second half of the season. I think we knew what his role was going to be, but I want to see him play. And I think now, what is he got? He got a small injury, right? So he's not going to play.
It's rhythm. It's an injury because of rhythm.
I mean, he needs to get back into shape. So
I'm gonna get the Beppe in me. I'm gonna get back the Beppe in me. You're crazy, Johnny. You're crazy.
Why? Because I'm scared that he might turn into Higuain.
What are you expecting? Yeah, exactly. What are you expecting? Come on, man. This guy hasn't played in.
It's a legitimate question, though. Superstitious, man. I mean, look, think about the track record we have with these Juventus players, man.
Look at Piontek put number 9. Look at Destro.
And that, I didn't even think of it. And the number 9. The number 9 too.
I am a superstitious person, and people will criticize me, but I'm superstitious. That number 9.
I forgot about the number 9. So it's not only the Juventus thing; it's the number 9 too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think, the Juventus thing is a big thing, but that number 9 is heavy. And to me, out of all the players, that have worn that number 9 all these years, like Torres, Destro. What's his name? Luis Adriano, who played at the final. He played that final.
He had that nice throw, man.
Yeah, dude. All these guys that were numbered, like Lapadula and all that stuff. Mandzukic is the only one that I have seen that this guy has the heavyweight to kind of carry that.
No, I agree. Listen, no question. I'm not debating that. All I'm saying is that bad luck could happen, right? And I'm just fearful that that could happen. We already saw an injury, so my mind is just now I'm turning into Pepe being a little more negative, right? But I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. But I agree, talent-wise, forget it. And one thing I wanted to mention, because we're talking about Mandzukic, is that every time I think of that name, anytime you say that name, you know what I think about, right?
Yeah.
Mandzukic!
Wait! It's
show it. Well, you have it?
Yes, I have it queued. I didn't even have to try this.
I can't even believe you have it.
Nostro sogno fino alla fine. Bianco e neri. I love you. I love you.
This guy's gonna sue us.
Fino alla fine. Forza Juve hasta la muerte. Hasta la muerte. Bianco e neri. Gigi Buffon. Higuain. Mandzukic, Matuidi. Toda la familia.
Okay, enough.
You are amazing with archives, man. You pull out videos from 10 years ago of us or whatever, and it's always so funny on our WhatsApp group because we always joke around and say that Oscar's got everything on speed dial. The fact that you brought that up right now, that's exactly what I was thinking about. So give people background on who that kid is. Do you want to? He's gonna end up freaking suing us for putting him on the video.
Listen. I tried, man, but there are some things on the internet you just can't.
No, but who is he? Isn't he from the Juve club in New York City?
No, I don't know, but he's a Juventus fan in New York. Yeah, he lives in New York. He's actually.
He's a member. I think he's a member of that NYC. That little fan club that they have that they pretend to be real like us.
Yeah, no, they can't. They they have the big games and 3 people show up. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Sebastian wants to link to that video. He wants to troll.
In Portuguese, there's a movie where they say they will never be. It says nunca serão. They will never be like us. So, hey, it's been great. So, any final thoughts for today? Because I'm done.
Listen, and we've talked a lot. We've kind of discussed the ups and downs, and I think that we need to. It's a long season. We got through to the next round of the Europa League. We're still in second place. Roma is going to be tough, but I think we're going to succeed against Roma, and I think that I think we're gonna get back on track.
I hope so. I think Roma has a bunch of injuries too. Sad. I'm not happy about it, but it's an advantage. I think I say we play our star 11 on Monday on Sunday, and plus help my Fanta because when is
Ibra coming back from San? Is he already there? I don't know. I really don't know much about.
He played today. No, he played today.
I know that, but I'm saying for Sunday, is he going to be when San Remo start? I don't even know when San Remo starts.
I don't know. I mean, I will find out by the weekend. Okay, this was on last episode, and we don't even know.
No, I don't. Because my father watches San Remo. I watch San Remo. Pull it up. Pull up the schedule for San Remo. Well, what's he doing in San Remo? What is he? Is he dancing? What is he?
Maybe he should show. It's from the 2nd of March to the 6th of March.
Oh, so it's not even now. Okay, so
it's a music festival.
Yeah, no, I know. I know what it is. But I don't watch it. I haven't watched this since Pippo Baudo was the host.
Yeah, fuck COVID, right? Just COVID.
Are they? But they're not going to have people in the stands, though, are they?
I hope not. I don't think. I don't think so, but I don't know. So, well, I'm done. So, anybody who's watched, thank you. Who's been live? Like I said, we're not expecting.
We got to have Sebastian on the show.
Sebastian,
one day,
we're gonna have him right here. Follow us on Instagram. It's right there. We'll start putting more content. Sunday we'll be here. Hopefully, Beppe will be working. Hopefully, Pachi will be here. Again, this is our little thing, and I'm just gonna finish really today with this guy because we have to.
Te amo, Juventus.
Yeah.
What are all those jerseys on the floor?
I didn't mean to say Te amo Juventus because that's not what we were going for, but
yeah, what was that, Oscar? ¿Qué carajo estás haciendo, man?
Hey, we gotta troll our rivals. Nunca será. Forza Milan sempre. Forza Milan sempre ovunque. See you next time. Sunday we'll be here. Ciao, ragazzi.
Beppe, we miss you. Ciao.
Beppe.